President Trump expanding his personal legal team, hiring attorney Joe DeGenova to help combat Robert Mueller's overreaching witch hunt. DeGenova is a former U.S. attorney for the District of Columbia. He served as independent counsel, special counsel in government waste, fraud, abuse investigations. And joining us now, Fox News legal analyst Greg Jarrett. Greg, first your reaction to DeGenova joining the president's legal team.
Yeah, I've known Joe for about 25 years. He's one of the finest lawyers in America and maybe the finest in Washington, D.C. As you pointed out in your opening, twice serving as an independent counsel. He was also U.S. attorney in Washington, D.C. This is a man who knows the law inside and out. He is probably the best choice that Trump could have made to join his legal team.
And he characterized the efforts of the Department of Justice and the FBI, the special counsel, as an effort to simply frame the president of the United States.
Absolutely. He believes that there was an effort by the FBI and DOJ to clear Hillary Clinton and to frame Donald Trump for things he didn't do. Collusion, which Genova agrees, ain't a crime. It's nowhere in the criminal codes. And yet they launched a criminal investigation based on false evidence.
And what do you make of the protestations over the weekend? The president actually talking about Robert Mueller by name as if he had brought down the Furies from on high because he had whispered the name of Robert Mueller. I mean, what in the world? This is America. The President of the United States has the right to defend himself, especially against an investigator who has produced nothing in almost a year.
The media was shameful over the weekend as I watched them convict Trump for thinking about Robert Mueller. They're the thought police, the media. If you dare think about firing Robert Mueller, regardless of whether you ever take action, you're guilty of something, according to the media. They're dopes. They know nothing about the law.
They really are dopes, and not simply because they don't know the law, because otherwise I would have to be in the dope list as well. But I can tell you this. When you watch the echo chamber that this thing has become, the national left-wing media, the ignorance they bring each day to covering the White House, the presidency of the United States, there is not I don't even see the slightest hint of shame or embarrassment on their part.
There is none. They cavalierly throw out terms like obstruction of justice, and they put the conclusion ahead of the facts and the law. Obstruction requires a corrupt or improper purpose. It's a lie, threat, bribe, destruction of evidence, or concealing documents. None of those things are alleged here, but of course the media, because they're so profoundly stupid and uninformed, never bother to look up the statute or the case law on obstruction.
It is truly incredible, and there is just a little batter. There is no crime. There is no evidence of a crime, and there is a mission that, as Joe DeGenova's put it, is to frame the president. And it's time to end it. And I can't find the shortest way in which to simply throw the switch and turn it off.
Well, it is now squarely in the hands of Robert Mueller. He's not to be trusted. He's demonstrated by selecting an entirely partisan crew of prosecutors that he has an agenda, and the agenda is to get the president.
It must be a shared agenda, if I may interject. It must be a shared agenda with Speaker Ryan and Mitch McConnell as well, because they have the power to stand with the president here. They're not doing it. I watch a Trey Gowdy, a Bob Goodlatte, who become low energy and taciturn and a little bit too pious, for my taste, as they consider letting the special counsel just simply meander through life here, subverting the presidency. This is an ignorance within the Republican Party that I really think has to be confronted.
It's ignorance and a certain level of laziness. Look.
Low energy.
Not much, exactly. Not much happens in the halls of Congress. And they're so accustomed to not doing much that it really is a rare bird who has a backbone, like a Devin Nunes, who actually stands up and says, we're going to investigate this. Jim Jordan, all these guys who have stood up and said, wait a minute, this is wrong, and we're going to investigate and get to the bottom of it. Ryan ain't one of them, and neither is McConnell.
Yeah. Matt Gaetz, Ron DeSantis, the list goes on.
Yeah.
At least that list is getting longer by, it seems, the day.
Those are strong people with convictions.
Yes, and to be prized.
Yes.
Greg Jarrett, thank you, sir.
My pleasure.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, God bless you, and God bless America.